Hey Ophiuchus, welcome back to the channel. I am going to do this reading with no background music, which is really actually uncomfortable for me. However, I have been inspired. Someone commented just saying that they was watching the reading but the background music was causing anxiety, so they had to turn it off. And I just thought to myself, like, I actually cried, I'll be real. It triggered me to tears because I was just so like in awe of the realness when like myself spending a lifetime not doing things, not participating in things, not enjoying the things I want to enjoy, or being able to stay tuned in certain things because of the misunderstanding or the lack of understanding when it comes to sensitivity around noise changes, around energy shifts and everything that goes along with that. So I'm going to do this reading in silence. The reason I like the music is because it is a distraction. It takes the attention off of me, and that makes me feel less vulnerable. But having been inspired by your vulnerability, I shall proceed. First card out, Six of Swords, following the High Priestess. It's a very peaceful, patient energy coming through. It does feel like that period of time after the storm, the dust settling. There could have been a lot of grief in the recent past. This may have to do with loved ones. Either the idea of something coming to an end or something actually coming to an end. This is a time of recuperation, of rejuvenation, letting go, release, surrender, of revisiting and reflection when it comes to lessons learned. This feels like ancestral, learning from the past in terms of your ancestry. You've had an idea, this idea came a long time ago, but something hasn't moved forward. It feels like you could have felt blocked by this, like it wasn't because you wasn't doing something. It feels like something's actually blocking you regardless what you do. Something wasn't working. You tried every avenue. You did it every which way. You didn't get to the outcome that you wanted. Patience, young Padawan. Slow and steady wins the race. The start. There had to be that internal transformation. That page from about Pluto, that transformation. To not rush to change things externally in order to avoid the internal. Out of desperation to get answers, to fill the void. Take a step back, reflect, remember why you started. Give thanks for all the situations you didn't get yourself into, that you could have out of boredom. Something feels like you could have felt bored, like something's been long, something's been heavy, something feels like it didn't have to be such a palaver, but it's like, yes, it did. It wasn't about the idea. It wasn't about the value of the idea. It was about who you needed to be to create the idea, the way you wanted to create the idea. Intentions, everything, discipline, strength, Leo energy. Yeah, stamina, grit, Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, strength, Queen of Wands. Something's about to happen in the silence. It's crazy that this is even the reading that this is coming through in, but it's like something's about to happen in the silence. the weight's too heavy. There's nothing left to say. It feels like a surrender and acceptance. Putting down your guard, putting down the sword. No more explaining of self, no more explaining yourself about anything that you're doing. It feels like you could have really got to a place of burnout, having nothing left, having no option but to rest. Letting things be what they are. It's like tired of the fight. There's nothing left to fight. There's nothing more to give. There's nothing more you can do. And it's like, good. This was where you needed to get to. A complete surrender, a complete release. A detachment. Nothing to prove. You could have been someone that really updates people. People could be used to you giving them updates. It feels like all of a sudden your updates are going to be your accomplishments. It's actually crazy. I've got this tiny little clip that keeps rerunning of a reading that I watched of Queen Amon-Ra. And this must have been months. This could have been years ago that I watched this. That I haven't even been tuning in like that recently to other things because I've just been on like focusing. Sometimes it gets me just a little all over the place. But there's this thing coming through. There's nothing left to say. There's nothing left to say. It feels like really getting pushed to surrender. That was it. This thing that keeps coming through is there was a line or something that she said that was like the only time people are going to hear from you is when you're putting out your next project. I think it was a Cappy reading. Is that people are not going to hear from you. They're going to know you're about because they're going to see your next success. It's like they'll see it. They won't hear about it before you've done it. They won't hear about it while you're doing it. They'll hear about it because it's out and everyone else is talking about it. It's like there's no more explaining. There's no more in a circle if you've already left the circle. If you're already... It's like... There's an end to anxiety. Something has got too much to bear that it's that combustion, that dissolve, it's nothing. That boiling point. This is triggering huge action. Emperor energy coming through, that Aries energy. This is not here, I know this is the Hierophant, but also that is coming through. This is unstoppable. This is like off the leash kind of thing. It could, all of a sudden, it's just going to seem to the external like nothing's happened, but it's like rapid movement within, in the back cave kind of energy, behind closed doors. Feels like that mad professor kind of vibe. Like there's no other focus, nothing's distracting. It's like all the distractions, all the irritations, you've hit that pain level where it's like numb to it. That's how it feels. But this isn't, it doesn't feel like that kind of unhealthy numbness. This feels like genuine acceptance, forgiveness, detachment, and now back to you, off you go. Something had you stuck, some kind of creative block, some kind of, the world. But you've tackled something here, you've broke through something, let go. 10 of Wands, King of Cups, 9 of Cups. Spiritual warrior, 9 of Cups, wishes and dreams coming true. This is emotional fulfillment. This is blessed energy in the near future, the Fool, the Chariot. It's nurturing, it's peaceful, it's successful, victorious. It's a beautiful energy. It feels kind of murky, like coming out of illusion, but still kind of feeling a bit beat up. It's like the fight's over, but still healing the wounds. But making great progress, making great recovery. Ready to take flight, preparing to take flight. Strength the moon. Follow your intuition, be bold, be strong, be courageous. Remember, everything's a choice. The only way to know if something's going to work is to try. There's no such thing as failure. Trying to think of it as like child's play. You create the art. If you don't like it, you rip it up, you turn it into a paper aeroplane, you have fun with that, you start again. Not seeing things as so permanent, the be all and end all in terms of starting businesses, like not seeing it as much as a business or a project, seeing it as, like fun, like play. Enjoy it, enjoy creating it. See the process as the success, the creation as the success, not the outcome, not the destination, not the 20 years down the line goal as the success, because then you're asking to not be happy until 20 years down the line when there's some success. Happiness is a choice, choose it now. Feels like this is something that's been learned. Yeah, there. 6 of Cups, Emperor. Mastering moving through anxiety, mastering moving through the emotion. Feeling the fear, doing it anyway. Feeling uncomfortable in the body as you're moving, but moving anyway. Letting those feelings come up. Letting things regulate. Letting it flow. Letting it overflow. Releasing shame and guilt. Queen of Wands, Death. When it comes to doing what's right for you, Queen of Wands. The material's been on hold to tend to the spiritual. Nothing's been a waste of time. Something's coming through. I often have comments, and I had one recently about that I'm so hard on myself. And I truly appreciate that, because it's like, we shouldn't be hard on ourselves. We should be kind to ourselves. Let's not bully ourselves. Let's not beat ourselves down or be our own worst enemy. Self-talk is everything. Magician here. Self-talk is everything. We're not just a project. We're not something to be fixed. We're here to just be. And that is the belief of many people. And Native American culture, that we are just here to just be nature, that we're not here to do or be more or prove a point, just to be as everything is, to follow our purpose and to flow and to know we're abundant and provided for by the land, which we are, where there is any left. However, if I'm not hard on myself, who is going to be hard on me? If I don't push myself, who's going to push me? No one really cares. I do have a want to reach a certain potential. I want to know about myself. I want to learn more about myself. I want to explore every place, every plant, every thing on the planet. And where I'm starting off at, I've had a life of isolation for many different reasons, and still now, to a degree. So it's like, yes, I have learned to not be hard on myself and to take a break and to say enough's enough and to really heal that unhealthy masculine, unhealthy feminine energy. However, when I was and when I am going in crazy, like on Goggins mode, and I'm like pushing myself to breaking point, and when I have done, I've learned so many lessons and learned so much about myself. Do I regret that? No. Do I think that we should always be in perfect balance and peace and complete like comfort? No. But I feel like an extreme of either one is unhealthy. And that's something I'm still mastering, probably will be for a lifetime. So it's like, be kind to yourself. But remember that it's only you that can choose what you want to create and if it's going to happen. The Wheel of Fortune. You are your destiny. I don't even know what that means. You're going to have to fill me in later, guys, because how is that even so? The Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician. I'm hearing Martha from A Good Witch. Ta-ta! Ta-ta! 8 of Cups. Where are you off to, guys? Ta-ta! And I'll be off. 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. I don't know, guys. Some of you, I had some madness because often I get little messages come through like once I've decided on what I'm doing in terms of reading, and a few things come through and the most random things. There was Drew Hill in my bed, Remy Ma, Conceited, then there was a Craig David song. What was that called? Oh my gosh. Rendezvous. And what was the other one? Chingy, Call You Back. Is that what it's called? Anyway, what was coming through is about a past relationship. There could have been something where it's like, right now, in the silence, in the peace, in the bliss, it's like a full circle moment, back to square one, back to where you started, an energy shift, clean slate, where you can create the same you've already created or create something different. It's like a second chance at life. That's how it feels. Be mindful of every decision you make at this point. It's a turning point. With every decision, every intention, every action, you are building your future. Be thankful for all the connections and all the attachments and all the mingling of mash-up karmic energy that you didn't entangle with because of taking the hard road. It may not have been fun in the short term. It may not have been pleasurable in the short term. But with great risk comes great reward, and it feels like a sacrifice for the greater good of yourself and of yours generationally, for the future, for your well-being, for the quality of life that you can have. Why settle? Something's over. Someone could have played you around in the past. Some of you could have caught someone cheating. Someone could have drained your finances. Remember where you started. Don't forget things. Don't be quick to forget how people treated you. Believe them when they show you who they are. Also, it feels like there's a great deal of grief here. Something's coming through, and this isn't going to be for everyone, but just this narrative here about self-harm, physical harm, when the emotional pain's too much to bear, when you need to escape that emotional pain, you create a pain that's stronger than the pain of the internal hurt to override it, to distract it, to take a breather from that specific pain. That, not saying that's the only reason, but for an example, that can be one of the reasons. Be mindful that the pain of the in-between time, of the silence, of the pause, of the loneliness, of the uncertainty, or even the pain of past emotions that you're still processing, something you may be grieving, that you don't go back to this past situation of heartbreak and pain and disloyalty and disrespect as a way of self-harming. Because it's like, if you're being hurt by these frivolous activities, at least it will take your mind off this deep-rooted pain. Be mindful of unconscious self-sabotage, subconscious self-sabotage. Laser vision right now, stay focused on your dreams. Something's flourishing, something's ready. This isn't the time for nonsense. Patience, integrity, discipline, willpower. Hold it down. Whatever that means to you. Yeah, there's new things coming in, new energy, new ideas. Maybe you'll be remembering things that you used to enjoy as a child. Things that are going to spark joy, fun, passion, creativity, new adventures, new paths opening up, new doors opening up. But you're not going to see them, you're not going to be available to walk through them if you're busy knocking on old doors. You asked for the old to end. It has ended. Tune in the present moment. You'll see that what you're waiting to move on from, you've already moved on from. It's already over. Maybe some kind of hypnosis. Look up Marissa Peer. She literally is sensational. You probably know who that is already. But hypnosis. She explains something about how you just look up, like strain your eyes up as high as you can. Like without moving your head up, you just keep your head straight, but look up. And once they're really straining and hurting, you kind of close them. You may feel them shake and they'll close themselves. And that's putting yourself into a state of hypnosis. Tell yourself what you need to hear, that you're out of this situation, that it's over, whatever it is. Then go and do something to invest in the new. Whether it's buying a little something, creating something, investing in something, there is no conflict here. Move out of conflict, literally by moving and doing and taking action on and investing and absorbing, immersing yourself in the feeling of whatever you're creating next, of this new chapter, this new season. Let it go. 10 of Wands. It's affecting your mental health, whatever this is. Don't give anyone the power to affect your mental. You can choose to accept, release, forgive, let go. If you don't know how to do that, we're in 2024, check on the internet. There's millions of things, ways of cutting cords, cord cutting rituals, ways of forgiving from many different ways that our ancestors have used. So many well-known people talk about this. So forgiveness, healing, release, accept. The consequence of not forgiving the past is carrying it with you into the future. If something needs to be said, say it. But instead of battling whether to say it or not, make a decision and stick to it and move forward. You can change your mind later. But for now, release the weight and make a choice. The Lover's 10 of Wands. Things need to balance out. Outcome judgment. That's the other song that come through. Crazy. Whitney Houston, My Love Is Your Love. If tomorrow was Judgment Day and I was standing on the front line and the Lord asked what I did with my life, I would say I spent it with you. And the ancestors are like, no, you won't be saying that, my friend. We are not hopeless romantic. Queen of Cups was on the floor. There's something coming through about a healing of love, of your idea of love. Maybe you really gave everything to somebody, like you lived for somebody. Like, what did you do with your life? You gave it to them. You've took it back now. Don't give it away again. The world. 3-3-3-3. Protect your energy. 7 of Wands. Ciao, Bella. And that's something else went through David Goggins when he said that he's not really religious, but he always thought, like, at the end of this life, when he goes up to heaven or wherever he goes, and it's like he's shown who he could have been, what he should have done, how he could have responded, the decisions he made, how it affected, like, if there was a reel showing you who you could have been, how far you could have took something, the potential you could have reached. The feeling of not reaching that is what drives him. Not saying that this is how you should be. I'm just saying it's that kind of energy. We can learn from that extremist behaviour. You don't have to take the whole of it, but you can sprinkle a little bit of that on your life and say, well, hey, maybe I do want to see where I could go, you know. Maybe there is nothing to fear. Maybe you can pull this off. Maybe you can have what you deserve. Maybe you can change your life. Maybe you have. Bing! Tower was just before this fella, but here we are. Death on Judgment, guys. Got a lovely little apple and cinnamon, guys. Love these little teas. Where I normally buy my herbs from, I'm just having like, I can't find what I want from there right now, so I pick these up as a substitute until I can get what I normally get. But they're quite nice. Organic elderberry, organic hibiscus, chicory root, cassia, which I've not heard of, and organic apple. Dandelion, burdock and hawthorn. These are quite nice as well. I'm not promoting these guys, I'm just saying, like, love these teas and I like to share with you. Organic chicory root, organic hawthorn flowerings, organic dandelion root. Do you have to say organic every time? Yeah. Organic burdock root, organic apple and organic hibiscus, organic licorice. You know, apparently something only has to be like 4% organic for companies to be able to label it organic, so it probably ain't even organic, but damn, we can only try. This is what I'm saying. Just grow it yourself, or just grow it yourself. Grow your own garden. How does your garden grow? All in a row. The Hierophant. Guys, it's going to be a mighty fine garden. Ancestral healing. This is what you asked for. It's been worth it. You're waiting. Some of you are like, oh, is it been worth it? It's been worth it. The Lovers. Don't doubt yourself now, Eight of Swords. No more procrastinating. No, it isn't. It's open your heart to love. The beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Interesting. So when this card come out, it looked a bit like the one that says no more procrastinating, which is why I said that. However, what's coming through is you could think, oh yeah, I know exactly what I need to do. No more procrastinating. It's time to work harder. It's time to do this. It's time to do more. It's time. No. Is that what you really asked for? Open your heart to love. Maybe it's not about doing more right now. Focus on yourself. Go inward. Not so much focusing on the task. It's like, yeah, be all there when you're doing what you're doing. But create space and create time for you. You are your first love. Commit to you. Love you. Treat you how you want to be treated on a daily. Love the lotus on this card. I'm too far away these days and I can't get it. And the High Priestess. Trust in your intuition. Careful reflection before taking action. Insights that come through meditation. Number 2. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. I just split the deck, and this was the card that was in the middle of the deck that I was shown. And I said, I don't like this card, it's not clear, this energy of this card just irritates me. So I put it back and it come out. So here we have it. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently, in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. Yes, this is what we said. No rose-tinted glasses. Someone could be proposing. Somebody could be wanting to have your children. Somebody is just like, yeah, but why? There's a past person with a dodgy intention. You don't be flattered. It's like, no, like, yeah, of course. Anyone would want to be associated with such a fine specimen. Don't be flattered into a trap. That's the clearest way I can say it. And you'll see it coming. So don't do it, because it's like you could do that to literally intentionally create some pain to distract yourself from some maybe more deeper pain. Sit in the pain right now, move through it how you can, positively find ways to transmute, to channel, healthy ways to do that. Exercise, getting out in nature, grounding, cold water immersion, running, whatever you like to do. The Lovers, as I split the deck. True love that is long lasting, choices made from the heart, a return to good health. Yeah, wait for what you truly deserve, because you're about to be surprised. You have everything you need. Some of you as well, be mindful of a narrative that you don't have enough to be loved, that you're not rich enough to be loved, that you're not successful enough to be loved, that you're not pretty enough to be loved, or healthy enough to be loved, or fit enough to be loved, or quiet enough to be loved, or sociable enough to be loved, or whatever it is, that you're not good enough in some way to be loved. Again, Marissa Peer, hypnotize yourself into belief that you are your own chief. The Hermit, find or be a mentor, take a break from society, a commitment to your spiritual growth. 4, 4, 4. Got the Ace of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. I will go one more, hey? And the World. Five of Pentacles, chakra, throat, crystal, hemimophite. Say it with your chest, girl. Say it with your chest. Hemimophite. Hemimophite. I will damn get these crystal names if it's the last thing I do. Look within for your answers. Stop blaming everyone else and get on with your life. Well, do you want to add a bit more salt with that, mate? You have the power and knowledge you need to stop holding yourself back and putting blocks in your own way. Recognize that your throat chakra is the link between your logical mind and emotions, and this will free these blocks. Believe in yourself. Hemimophite gives you self-confidence and helps you let go of the victim mentality. It boosts creativity and brings you luck, helping you face whatever problems you have, which can be solved with a little effort on your part. Page number 46. The advice we all need and we all don't want to hear. Thanks. That's why I did you first. Ace of Swords. Page number 51. Crystal, pink tourmaline, Elbate. Elbaite. Chakra base, interpretation. You will have a new way of seeing the world and your mind inspires a new idea or invention. The swords cut through illusion in your mind, bringing clarity to your thoughts, whilst your base chakra drives you forward, creating new opportunities for you. You may find you need to face some truths along the way and be very honest with yourself. But any new projects now will be worth pursuing. Elbate enhances creativity, bringing new ideas and the ability to see situations differently. Page number 51. The World, page number 35. Planet Saturn, crystal, clear quartz, and chakra. All chakras are represented. Interpretation, success, celebration, completion. This cycle is coming to its end, and as Saturn suggests, you receive the rewards you have worked for. It's a time to celebrate, but the warning here is not to let indecision stop you from achieving well-earned success. This is the moment for expansion, new people and new opportunities, because although Saturn implies endings, every ending is a new beginning. So look for the potential of your next journey. Ooh! As the wreath suggests, this journey is continuous and the fall is your next step. Now is the time to be content with your accomplishments, integrating all you have learned on this path. Very purposeful energy, 4-7 on the clock. The world also shows the 4 elements representing connection both to those people around you and the powers above you. It can show a yearning for spiritual knowledge and reaching for higher levels of understanding and self-development. Quartz crystal heals on the physical and spiritual levels, and meditating with your crystal now will help point to your next move. Your dreams will manifest, bringing happiness and fulfillment. Link in the description, guys, for Otter Spirit, not my brand. Have to keep saying that because people keep me. But anyway, California, Otter Spirit, clear quartz, as mentioned, in the world. Check out their website if you're into that. Discount code in description. I've also got the Tiger's Eye and the Garnet. We've got the Bear and the Dragonfly. Dragonfly breaks illusions, bringing visions of power. No need to prove it, now is the hour. Know it, believe it, Great Spirit intercedes, feeding you, blessing you, filling all your needs. Dragonfly medicine is of the dream time, and the illusionary facade we accept as physical reality. The iridescence of dragonfly's wings reminds us of colours not found in our everyday experience. Dragonfly's shifting of colour, energy, form and movement explodes into the mind of the observer, bringing vague memories of a time or place where magic reigned. Some legends say that Dragonfly was once dragon, and that dragon had scales like dragonfly's wings. Dragon was full of wisdom, and flew through the night, bringing light with its fiery breath. The breath of dragon brought forth the art of magic and the illusion of changing form. Then dragon got caught in its own facade. Coyote tricked dragon into changing form, and the shape of its new body became like dragonflies. In accepting the challenge to prove its power and magical prowess, dragon lost its power. Dragonfly is the essence of the winds of change, the messages of wisdom and enlightenment, and the communications from the elemental world. This elemental world is made up of the tiny spirits of plants and the elements of air, earth, fire and water. In essence, this world is full of nature's spirits. If Dragonfly has flown into your cards today, you may have forgotten to water your plants. On another level, you may need to give thanks to the foods you eat for sustaining your body. On the psychological level, it may be time to break down the illusions you have held that restrict your actions or ideas. Dragonfly medicine always beckons you to seek out the parts of your habits which need to change. Have you put on too much weight, or have you started to look like a scarecrow? Have you tended to the changes you have wanted to make in your life? If you feel the need for change, call on Dragonfly to guide you through the mists of illusion to the pathway of transformation. See how you can apply the art of illusion to your present question or situation, and remember that things are never completely as they seem. Bear, number 5, introspection. The female receptive energy that for centuries has allowed visionaries, mystics and shamans to prophesy is contained in this very special bear energy. In India, the cave symbolises the cave of Brahma. Brahma's cave is considered to be the pineal gland that sits in the centre of the 4 lobes of the brain. For eons, all seekers of the dream time and of visions have walked the path of silence, calming the internal chatter, reaching the place of rites of passage, the channel or pineal gland. From the cave of Bear, you find the pathway to the dream lodge and the other levels of imagination or consciousness. In choosing Bear, the power of knowing has invited you to enter the silence and become acquainted with the dream lodge, so that your goals may become concrete realities. This is the strength of Bear. Some of you, it's like just taking a rest, guys. Maybe, and what's coming through is taking a rest today. And I get you could be watching this any day. But right now, in the present, take a minute, take a rest, take a breath. Sit down, stop what you're doing, put it all down, just sit down in the silence. Can you hear yourself? What do you need? You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not, a lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. 8 of Swords energy. And then we have falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. Take time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. Again, it's like, because what's coming through is, can it be healed? Can it not be healed? Should you go back to this past thing? You know whether you should or you shouldn't. You know whether it can be healed or it can't. Something can only be healed if someone else wants it to be healed. It takes 2 to tango. If someone's not open to taking accountability, or making any kind of internal shift or change, then they won't. You already know somebody's intention. So if you go back and get hurt in a situation that you already know what the situation is that you're stepping into, it's self-inflicted. You can't blame the person because they've just been nothing but been themselves, and you can see them for who they are. There may be someone from the past that something can be healed with, but you'll know who this is in comparison to who it's not. And that's where the silence comes into play, because it's that it'll only take you a minute to know if you're playing with yourself or not, in terms of even playing with the idea of entertaining something that you know isn't good for you, or trying to talk yourself into why it might be good for you now. But why would you need to talk yourself into it if you knew everything was fine? Awakening. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in the action. I'm going to leave it there, guys. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.